Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Dinkar and I welcome you all in this session. I hope everybody is doing great, feeling healthy and fine. Once again, welcome to our RBI Grade B concept building series of ESI and finance and management. As you all know that we have especially started this series for all those people who thinks that they don't have proper knowledge or information regarding from where to start the preparation for our RBI, and those who are very low at foundational knowledge regarding the various important topics. So that is why we have started this series, especially for all those people who thinks that RBI examination is a very tough examination, and how to crack this examination, so much of big syllabus, इतना ज़्यादा syllabus है, कहाँ से करना है, कैसे करना है, ठीक है? So that is why we have started this series, so that in a proper streamlined way, all the things should be covered in a syllabus, and you should have a proper videos for all the lectures. Okay, so that if you think that I wanted to read this, if I'm not understanding something else, so that you can easily go through these lecture and you can easily get the required information, required knowledge. Okay, RBI is all about your foundational knowledge, whether you really understand the basics or not. Okay, because on the basics only the foundation is being built. Once you are well versed with the basic knowledge, then everything is clear and fine, nothing to worry about. Okay, you will be having important videos on economic issues, social issues, finance and management. So every Saturday in a rotation we are discussing these topics. Right, today I am discussing regarding the ESI. Next Saturday I am discussing about the management, and then again next Saturday I will be discussing about the finance. Okay, so all these things will be we will be doing like that. Okay, so before starting of the session, may I know how many people are there in the session? They can simply wave off to me or say hi hello to me in the chat box so that I may know. Hello Nile, welcome to the session. Very good, Nile. Very good. This is going to give you a edge over the other candidates. Okay, this is going to give you edge over the other candidates, and very good and very good strategy and preparation. Okay. Now we will be starting with our session right away. So this is RBI Grade B concept building series of ESI finance, and we are pledging for your success. Okay, because with commitment, consistency, at the last we all will celebrate because you will get succeed in this examination. This course will be offering you the live video batches which you are already setting, comprehensive coverage of the syllabus. Slowly, we will be covering the whole syllabus of your ESI, finance, and management. Okay, and doubt clearing by the expert, because I am already there to cover each of your doubts, and I am already providing you the guidance for your RBI Grade B preparation. And since you are an olive board, that is all exam center study you are going to get. Yes, please write it down, Nile, your doubts. Okay, so today we are going to do the ESI lecture number 3. Okay, third lecture on the ESI we are going to do today. So we have already completed two ESI lecture. We have already completed two finance lecture. We have already completed two management lecture. Okay. So today we are going to do the third lecture on ESI. Okay. So we will be talking about money and inflation in this session. Okay. Now, money and inflation. First of all, what is this concept of money? ये money का concept है, कहाँ से आया, कैसे आया? Okay. So if we go hundreds and thousands year back, there was no like coins or paper money or something like that. Okay. Everything was working on a barter system. Okay, barter system is something is like when you exchange one goods and take other goods. Like if I have this water bottle. Okay, if I have this water bottle and somebody says that I need water, so I said you are having potato. If you wanted to take this water bottle, you have to give me 1 kg of potato. Okay, so that is called barter system. I will give the bottle of money, I will give the bottle of water to him, and he or she will give me the 1 kg of potato too. Okay, so this is called barter system concept. Okay, now barter system does not exist independently. Okay, barter system never exists independently. And earlier, how the barter systems keeps on happening is that sometimes they share the livestocks, they share your agriculture produce, they share salt, sugar, and various other things. Okay, but why the system failed? Do anybody knows why the system got failed? Why this system got failed? There is a one or two word line is there for that. Why the system got failed? The system get failed because of the concept of double coincidence of want. Double coincidence of want, what does that means is that if you want banana and if you have apple, then I should also need apple. Okay, so the both sides should satisfy each other need. Okay, so normally it doesn't happen. Maybe you are having banana, I might have apple, but that doesn't mean that I really need I need really need banana. Okay, so double coincidence of want, double coincidence of want. Matlab, right now this person is having orange. This lady is having banana. Okay. So this person need banana, but this lady don't need orange. So thus this system is going to work. No. This system, barter system can only work. Barter system can only work when both the party needs whatever they are having. Okay. So that becomes difficult to work, and that is why the system start falling. So this led to the invention of the concept of money. That led to the invention of the concept of money, right? So what is money? Money is a liquid asset. Liquid asset is something which you can give to somebody and that person can give it to somebody. That means acceptability. Okay, that means it is accepted as a medium of payment and exchange. The things which can be easily exchanged, that is called as liquid. Okay, anything which is exchanged easily, which can be exchanged easily, is called as liquid. Okay, if I have gold and if I have a flat, which is more liquid? Which is more liquid? Gold is more liquid than flat, because if you take a bar of a gold, which we don't have, maybe you might be having, I don't have. Okay, if you take a gold bar and if you sell it in the market, automatically all of a sudden you will get the money. But if you go to the market and you start selling your flat, then paperwork, then negotiation, then people might not be trusting and all that. So it will take time. Okay, so flat is a less liquid item. Okay, so money is refers to the liquidity assets. Okay, what are the characteristics of money? Money का क्या characteristics होता है? General acceptability. Like if I give you 10 rupees, you will take it. If I give you 1,000 rupees, you can take it. If I give you coin, you will take it. Okay, general acceptability, right? Why you will accept a coin? Why you will accept that paper? Right? If I giving you that paper in which 200 rupees has been given, why you will accept it? That means that has some kind of acceptability in the market, right? So that is why the money has a general acceptability. Okay, then it is highly liquid. आप कुछ भी खरीद सकते हो, you can give it to somebody, that somebody can give it to some other body, okay, like that. Legal tenderness, because it has been approved by the government as a medium of exchange. Government said that if anybody give you that note, so nobody can deny it, okay. Do you know regarding the El Salvador? El Salvador is a country which has recently made Bitcoin as the legal tender. Now you can pay taxes using Bitcoin. Now you can give insurance using Bitcoin. Now you can buy the vegetables using Bitcoins. Okay. Then perfect reversibility. You can give it to somebody, somebody can give back to you. Okay. So you can take it back, you can give it back. Then intrinsic value. Intrinsic value means the paper from which it has made, it has some value. The coin which has made, it has some value. But दैट डजंट मीन दैट इट नेसेसरली हैव सम इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू, मतलब वो नहीं है कि उतना उसमें लोहा लगा है या उसमें उतना गोल्ड लगा है या उस नोट में कुछ डिफरेंट डिफरेंट चीजें लगी हैं जिसकी कीमत 200 रुपीज है, ऐसा नहीं है. ओके, द वैल्यू ऑफ मनी इज देयर बट नॉट ऑफ इट इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू. ओके, नाउ what are the function of the money? Money has basic function, right? Primary function is what? Medium of exchange and unit of value. That means it has some value and you can exchange. Then secondary function is what? You can standard of a deferred payment, store of a value, transfer of a value. Okay, you can keep the value, you can transfer it to somebody. Then other function like distribution of national income. If you wanted to check like what is our national income, you can find out like how much money is circulating throughout the country. Then liquid and uniformity of the value is there. तो 200 rupees का मतलब होता है 200 rupees, 100 rupees का मतलब होता है 100 rupees. Okay, that is the intrinsic value. Okay, so now what were the types of monetary system that were working throughout the world? In the starting, it was a barter system. It is a trading goods between two or more parties without the money. Without the money. Okay. So that was a barter system. Right. Then comes the commodity money. Commodity money is something like where money is a type of money that is made of precious things. Precious things. Okay. So like that means if you are melting or melting it also all these things, their worth remains same. वर्थ रिमेन सेम. अगर आप गोल्ड ले ले, सिल्वर ले ले, okay, if you take a bar of it, if you melt it also, so the value remains same. Okay, the value remains same, so that is called commodity money. Okay, okay, commodity based money are there. So there are like various type of commodities are there, or which they have a like gold and silver are there. So sorry, so standards have been given. Okay, like if we have a sack of wheat is there, so that has been the value of the sack of wheat is decided based on like how much quantity of gold you can get from that sack of wheat. Okay, so based on that commodity based money. Then comes fiat money. Okay, fiat money, that is also called as legal tender. Legal tender, here the central government gives the guarantee. It doesn't have any intrinsic value like we have gold and silver. गोल्ड एंड सिल्वर वी हैव इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू, मतलब उनका वैल्यू भी है, राइट. बट इन द लीगल टेंडर, like if we have a paper, okay, in that paper if we write 2000 rupees, does that paper value, intrinsic value is 2000? No, it is not 2000, but it has been guaranteed by RBI that if somebody present you that note, that means it is of worth 2000. Okay, so paper currencies and metal coins, these are the example of the fiat currencies. Okay, so how this evolution of the money has happened? Money का कैसे evolution हुआ है, क्या हुआ है? In the starting, it was a barter system, right? Then we came into the gold system, metal coins then come, then paper money has come, After that, plastic card, you have a credit card, we have debit card, and all these things were there, right? Then right now electronic money is there. We are doing all online transfer, right? Online transfer we are doing. Then we have wallets that has been created. Then bitcoins are there. Okay, that means digital currencies are there. Even the India has also released their digital currency. Okay, so right now we are in this electronic money phase, which is increasing day by day. Okay, and after COVID it has already been expanded in a very very exponential way. Okay, so this was the total money system. Now comes what is inflation. Inflation is called the general rise in the price. Up now we see like on like potato, we have tomato, we have onion, we have onion. Okay. Now we can say what else we can say. Like metal goods are there, plastic materials are there. Okay. So if we say like the potato price have gone from 20 to 60, but tomato, onion, and metal and plastic price remains same. Can we say that inflation is happening? No, we cannot say. Whenever there is general price rise in almost all the goods, जब सारे गुड्स या सारे से थोड़े कम गुड्स में अगर प्राइस होता है, जैसे टोमेटो का भी प्राइस बढ़ जाए, अनियन का भी बढ़ जाए, मेटल का भी बढ़ जाए, ओके, सो इफ देयर इज अ जनरल प्राइस राइज हर गुड्स में, then we can say that inflation is there in the economy. Okay, then we can say that inflation is there in the economy. Okay, otherwise if there is only in only one commodity the price is increasing, we cannot say that inflation is there. Okay, if there is a general rise in the prices of most of the goods, then we can say inflation is there. Okay, a general level of price rise, sustained rise. Okay, general price level over a particular time is called inflation. Okay, that is called inflation. And whenever it is the opposite of inflation is deflation. Opposite of inflation is deflation. Whenever the price right, whenever the prices are falling, then we are called as deflation. Okay, and we are saying that we are moving into the recessionary period. Okay, recession में हम लोग जाएंगे. Okay, so there are various economists are there who have given various theories, regarding the two type of inflation, like inflation होता कैसे है. Okay, so inflation दो तरीके से हो सकता है. उन्होंने कहा it is like a monetarist and another one is structuralist. Monetarist means whenever there is a sudden increase of money, sudden decrease of money, then inflation ups and downs goes on. And then structuralist matlab ki if there is any some structural problem is there in the economy, ki demand is there but you cannot produce more goods because that is the limit of your production. Okay, so that is called structure. Maybe you don't have skilled workforce and they cannot produce that kind of good which is expected by the public, then again structural problem. Okay, so monetarist inflation is associated with monetary causes. Okay, and monetary measures are only utilized to control it. Okay, and on the other hand, if we have structuralist thing are there, then it is happening because of there is some kind of structural issues that are present in the economy. The structure means we have some obsolete machinery might be there, we have unskilled labor might be there, we have a limited production capacity is there. Okay, this can all lead to the structural problem. Okay, and because of that inflation can happen. Okay, so we have market power theory inflation, conventional demand pull inflation, and structural theory. Okay, right? So market power theory, what is this market power theory of inflation is all about? Okay, you know that there are few people who sometimes have a monopoly over something. Okay, monopoly. some group of people will be there, okay, right? So they together decide, if we say some steel producer, some group is there, they say that now earlier we were selling 1 kg of steel for 250, now we will sell 1 kg of steel for 300, okay. So they have decided the new prices, few, a single group is decided who has a monopoly, okay, and they have increased the price, okay, okay, and they have increased the price, right? So this is above the competitive price, okay. So these groups unnecessarily increase the prices and take out the maximum profit without, for the concern of the people who are the buyers, who are the small buyers, because people might be having a very limited money, but just because these people wanted profit, they have artificially increased the price, okay. Like if we see over here, in our country, if you go to Maharashtra, earlier what has happened, that earlier the onion was rupees 10 per kg, but all of a sudden the prices of the onion went up to 150 rupees per kg, from 10 to 150. Why? Because some big warehouse people were there, they have holded the onion to show the artificial shortage, okay. They have shown the artificial shortage by not releasing the onion in the market. They have the onion, there is no shortage, but artificial shortage they have shown. And once there is a shortage, automatically the price increases automatically, and once they have reached to the maximum level, they start selling that at rupees 150, okay. So onion is there, lemon is there, but in this situation the middle and the lower groups, they reduce their consumption, okay, and sometimes they don't even able to buy that, okay. And the people who have done this, they have earned the high profits from the higher income groups, okay. Then comes the second type of inflation, conventional demand inflation, okay. Whenever you have excess demand, your supply is less, so prices will increase, okay. That means if we are saying that I need 10 cars, but supply is there only for one car, okay. Supply is there only for one car, but I need 10 cars, so automatically the price of this car will increase. Why? Because people want this car, okay. People will say that, okay, I will give 1 lakh, so other people say no, I will give 1.5 lakh, the other people will say I will give 2 lakhs, okay. So artificially the cost of that car was 1 lakh, and now it has gone up to 2 lakh, maybe 3 lakh, 4 lakh, like that, okay. So that is a demand and supply mismatch. The actual cost of the car was 1 lakh only, but because of the shortage of the cars, the price artificially of the price of that car has got increased, okay. So it is an imbalance between the demand and the supply, inflation takes place, okay. Here artificial shortage is being created and inflation is there, okay, right. Then come structural theory. Structure means whenever there is a structural problem, okay. Structural problem can be anything, like if you have a factory, okay, maybe your machinery got a breakdown, machine में कुछ खराबी आ जाए, breakdown हो गई हो, right? All of a sudden somebody do a strike, okay. Maybe some fire incident might has happened, okay. Maybe you have a limited capacity, to make the product, okay. So anything can happen structurally, maybe your economic environment might not be good, okay. Government policy, like before something policy was good, then again all of a sudden government has changed your policy, so that is also structural problem. All of a sudden the production of the company will hamper, right? Some legal issue might have come, social environment might have changed, if there is sudden change in the technology, that can also problem, okay. So all these are called structural problem, okay. Because of that inflation goes up. अब एक कंपनी थी, they are making some kind of uh, like toys, right? Toys were making. There was no GST. There was no GST in that. So they were selling the toys at less prices, right? All of a sudden in 2017 GST came and the toys has been taxed to 28%. Now whatever toy you will buy, extra 28% you have to pay. So there is a sudden policy change. So what will happen? All of a sudden the prices of the toys will go up because now the taxes have increased, the prices of the goods will also increase. Earlier, what you were getting at 100, now you will get it 128. So the owner will not pay from that. Okay, the tax has to be paid by the public. So there is a sudden increase in the prices. So this is again led to the increase in the prices. That is called structural theory of inflation. Okay, I hope everybody is getting. Till now, everything is clear. Till now, everything is clear, guys. All good till now. Yes, no, anything you can say. I think it's fine, right? Okay. Now, so under the structural theory, we have two theories, markup theory and bottleneck theory. Okay. Markup theory concept is given by Professor Gardner Eckley. Okay. So as per Gardner Eckley, he said the inflation never occur by demand and cost factor. Okay. It is a cumulative effect of the demand एंड द कॉस्ट पुश, मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि केवल डिमांड की वजह से हो रहा हो या केवल कॉस्ट की वजह से हो रहा हो. नो, इट इज अ क्यूमुलेटिव effect of demand also and cost also, that is called markup theory. Because of that inflation increases, demand भी increase हो रही है, price भी increase हो रहा है. Okay, so that is why markup theory. Okay, then the second is the bottleneck inflation. Bottleneck inflation means when supply falls drastically. That means you have a demand of 100 cars but you have a supply of only 10 cars, and when the supplier cannot meet with the demand, whenever the supplier cannot meet with the demand, then bottleneck inflation happens. All of a sudden the prices goes very high. All of a sudden the prices goes very high. Okay, so this is bottleneck inflation. Now, Philip curve. This is a very important curve in the economics. Okay, this Philip curve tells you the relationship between inflation and unemployment, how inflation and unemployment are related together. Okay, so it is like a curve. Okay, that means it is a relation between inflation and unemployment. It's a reverse relation. Reverse means if the inflation is rising, so unemployment will decrease. That means inflation बढ़ेगा तो unemployment will go down. That means more people will get employment. And if inflation is going down, then unemployment will increase. Because if the inflation is going down, that means there is very less money in the market, so there will be less money for the investment, so there obviously the unemployment will be there. Okay, so this is a inverse relationship. Philip curve is having a inverse relationship, right? So you better know everybody this, right? Then what is the meaning of stagflation? Stagflation means whenever inflation and unemployment both are high. When inflation and unemployment both are high. So this situation also came in 1970 in the US. Okay. So the concept of Philip curve got falsified over there, because actually, as per the Philip curve, what should happen? If the inflation is rising, then unemployment should go down, and if the unemployment is going down, that means inflation should be high. But here, that happens in 1970 in the US. What has happened? Both inflation and both unemployment got high, so automatically the Philip curve got falsified. Okay, so that is stagflation. So what happens in the stagflation? Your inflation goes very high, there will be a very low GDP percentage increase, higher rate of unemployment will be also happening, recession will be happening throughout the world. Okay, and poor implementation of the government policy. Right now this stagflation is slowly coming in the European market, because the inflation pressure is already high and unemployment is also rising high, because the central banks are raising the interest rate, and because of that there is a shortage of capital in the market, so companies are hiring less. Okay, so this concept of stagflation is slowly coming in the USA and your European market, because of the Russia Ukraine war that is also going on. Okay, so these are some of the reasons for that. Okay, now since if inflation is there, then targeting also has to be done. अब इन्फ्लेशन को ऐसे ही नहीं बढ़ने दिया जाता, क्योंकि इफ द इन्फ्लेशन कीप्स ऑन राइजिंग द इट विल ईट अवे ऑल द मनी, इट विल ईट अवे ऑल द मनी unnecessarily. See, rich people don't care. Okay, wo who the person who get overburdened is the lower middle class, lower middle class and the poor people, because the person is earning per day. If on one day that is the onion is rupees 10 per kg, all of sudden that person, uh, all of sudden rupees 150 per kg the onion goes. So any person who is earning rupees 350 per day, the labor people, how they are going to buy this? How they are going to buy this? Okay, so that is why the concept of inflation targeting also has to be kept. Okay, so inflation targeting means we have kept the official target for our inflation, कि हमको क्या टारगेट करना है, हमारा इन्फ्लेशन किस में रहना चाहिए. ओके, सो inflation target formally started from February 2015, and this is an agreement between government of India and Reserve Bank. Okay, so they have signed a document that is called Agreement on Monetary Policy Framework, MPF. Okay, so what are the target that has been set by the RBI Monetary Policy Committee? You know, Monetary Policy Committee. Okay, 6 members are there. They decide. So 4% is the optimum target of inflation. That means in your if in your country the inflation of 4% is called a healthy inflation. Healthy inflation. And if it cannot be controlled, it can go up to 6%, and it should, in the below it should go up to 2%. So from 2 to 6% the inflation should remain. But in the recent few months our inflation was well above 6%. It has gone to 7.7, then right now it is 6.95, but right now it has gone down. Okay, right now it has gone down, and now we are well within the 6% under range. Okay, so what is the role of RBI? Every 6 months, RBI has to publish a document where they say from where this inflation is rising, like from which places the inflation is rising. And then they have to forecast also, like what is going to be the inflation in the near future, around 6 to 18 months. Okay, and if RBI failed to meet the target, how RBI meet the target? RBI raises interest rate, right? RBI always sit for monetary policy committee, so they said that okay, we are raising the interest rate by 100 basis point, we are raising the interest rate by 150 basis point. Okay, so raising of the interest rate means now you will get the loan at a costlier term. So RBI always raises the interest rate in order to prevent the people from taking the loans, in order to take the money. If the money is not flowing in the market, automatically the demand will fall. Once the demand will fall, automatically the inflation will come under the control, right? So this is how RBI do the work. Now, RBI, if RBI fails to control the inflation, okay, if the RBI fails to control the inflation, and then RBI has to tell the reason, like what is the reason for the failure and how much time it will take. What is the remedial measure that you are taking in order to control the inflation? Okay, estimated time period RBI has to say. Okay, and if there is any dispute that is coming, okay, if there is any dispute that is coming or regarding any interpretation or anything, then it will be resolved by the governor of the RBI and the government of India. Okay, okay, basis point. Okay, just 1 minute. Basis point. If RBI say we are raising the interest by 100 basis point, that means 100 is 1%. Okay. If RBI says is we are raising the interest rate by 150 basis point, that means by 1.5% we are raising the interest rate. Okay. This is the conversion. Okay. Now there are various committees that has been set up in order to guide the government for the inflation target. Okay, in 1985, Chakravarti committee was there. They have selected like as 4% of the inflation is accepted. Then Tarapur committee was there. Okay, they have been, Tarapur committee is mainly famous for the capital account convertibility in the balance of payment, but they have also recommended that at least 3 to 5% of inflation you can target for 3 years, and that is why we have started the inflation targeting for 2 to 6%. Okay, 2 to 6%, right? Now, how we measure the inflation in our country? There are two things through which we measure. Okay, wholesale price index and consumer price index. Okay, wholesale price index and consumer price index. Then there is a concept of base effect. Okay, base effect means what is the impact of the rise in the price level in the previous year over the corresponding rise in the price level in the current year. Okay, so what is the percentage change that is happening? Like what was the rise, how much rise that has happened previous year, how much rise that is happening this year. Okay, so comparison that is going on. Okay, then wholesale price index, as the word says, wholesale price index, whenever we buy things in wholesale, so we get it some reduced rate. So what is the price index of this wholesale, right? So this index was first started from January 1942. Okay, January 42, and they have taken the base as 1939, right? So this wholesale price index is being published by economic advisor of the government of India, who is there in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. They prepare this wholesale price index data. Okay, so this is the weightage. This is the weightage that has been given to the various articles. Okay, earlier in 1993 and 1994, the maximum weightage is given to the green articles, that is manufactured goods. Okay, then 22.3% weightage has been given to the primary articles, and 14.2% is given to fuel. Okay, then in 2011 and 12, the weightage of the manufactured good has been increased. Okay, and the weight of the primary articles has also been increased, but the weight of the fuel and power has got decreased. So this is now the weightage, how much that has been given to the WPI basket. Okay, so in 2011 and 12, that is called as a base year. That means whatever we are comparing, like if we are comparing 2022 data, we are going to compare with 2011 and 12. Okay, so the base year is 2011 and 12. there are 697 commodities are there. 697 commodities are there, which whose weight we take. Okay, right? So this is how we find out like wholesale price index, right? Now, earlier there were 676 articles were there. Now they have been changed to 697. Okay, this price composition never include the indirect taxes. Okay, so the whole prices of these goods are only taken. Okay, indirect taxes are not included. Now we have one more index is there, that is called wholesale food price index, where we are only matching the food articles, only food articles, whether how much is the food, like wholesale price of the food. Okay, so those food articles which are belonging to the primary articles. Okay, and food products which are there in the manufactured products. Okay, all the food products, whether they are manufactured or whether they are present in the primary articles, we are creating a separate index for those. Okay, so that is for the wholesale. Now comes consumer price index. What is consumer price index? What is the price rise that is happening when consumer goes and buy? Okay, retail inflation, like अभी आप मार्केट जाओगे, if you go to the market, if you buy some tomato, potato, or any kind of house, if you are buying any medical things or any education course you are taking, for how much you are paying for it. Okay, that is the end customer, what is the price that end customer is paying. Okay, for that we are finding that inflation, that is called consumer price inflation. Okay, right? So right now in India we declare the result of four type of consumer price. One is CPI rural, CPI urban, and CPI combined. Then CPI industrial worker. Okay, you know in our country we calculate dearness allowance. Okay, महंगाई भत्ता, डियरनेस अलाउंस होता है ना, वो सीपीआई इंडस्ट्रियल वर्कर को चेक करके ही दिया जाता है. ओके, सो सीपीआई इंडस्ट्रियल वर्कर इज बीइंग यूटिलाइज्ड टू कैलकुलेट द डियरनेस अलाउंस ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉइज. ओके, then CPI agriculture labor means those people who are working in the rural areas, people are working in मनरेगा, right? महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट गारंटी स्कीम. ओके, तो उनके पैसे कब बढ़ेंगे वो महंगाई के हिसाब से वो इससे चेक किया जाता है. सीपीआई एग्रीकल्चर लेबर. ओके, देन सीपीयू रूरल. ओके, so this is for the rural areas, right? So these are the four type of CPI that are being calculated, right? Now base year, what is the base year that has been taken for the calculation? Okay, CPI के calculation we are taking 2012 as a base year. Okay, so this nodal office is National Statistical Office. Okay, so our WPI जो है, WPI is being published by the Economic Advisor of the Government of India, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and CPI data is being released by the NSO, National Statistical Office, under the Ministry of Statistic and Program Implementation, that we also called it as MOSPI. Okay, every month this data is being released, right? So what are the components that are there whenever we are finding out the consumer price index, CPI? So food and beverages are there, housing are there, fuel and light is there, clothing and footwear is there, pan, tobacco, intoxicants are there, and miscellaneous is there. Okay, so we find out the price change in these articles. So food and beverages has been given 45.86% weightage. Houses was been given 10.07 weightage. Okay, fuel and light 6.84 ऐसे weightage दिया गया है. Okay, then we find out like कितना price rise हुआ है, what is the price rise. Okay, so what is the significance of CPI? So it is help in inflation targeting. We wanted to target 2 to 6, right? 2 to 6%. So this inflation target is done based on the CPI only. Okay, so we have to keep CPI combined in the range of 2 to 6%. It is also calculated for checking the dearness allowance of the government employees. Okay, Now comes producer price index. What is the meaning of producer price index? So these is the average change in the prices and services which is received by the producer. अब क्या होता है, प्रोड्यूसर प्रोडक्ट को मैन्युफैक्चर करता है, ओके, सो दे आल्सो बाय रॉ मटेरियल फ्रॉम समवेयर, ओके, सो व्हाट इज द प्राइस चेंज, like if there are people like who are preparing like Ashirwad atta, if we just take an example, okay, we are not promoting anything, we are just taking Ashirwad wheat, okay, so they are preparing a 10 kg bag, okay, so this Ashirwad wheat company is getting the wheat from somewhere, right? So what was the cost of the wheat at which this company is buying? Okay, so that is called at what rate the producer is getting the wheat. Okay, so that is called producer price index. So how this producer price index is different from WPI? Okay, so WPI captures the bulk transaction. Okay, and PPI measure the average change in the prices. उसमें price change देखते हैं और WPI में bulk transaction देखा जाता है. Okay, then WPI items weight is based on the net traded volume. Okay, and PPI is based on the supply use table. Okay, WPI doesn't have services, PPI have services in there. Okay, then PPI is different from CPI in what ways? PPI is the average change in the prices that the producer receive, okay, and CPI is for consumer, okay. PPI is for producer and CPI is for consumer, right? And CPI is based on inflation estimates, okay, and PPI estimates is used as deflator, like how much deflation is happening, how much the prices is going away, like earlier what was the prices and now what at what prices I am getting. Oh, so this is the difference between producer price index between WPI and CPI, okay. So guys, this is all for today. I wanted to say, so this is all for today. Yeah, anybody has any specific query? Yes, 50 basis point mean 0.5%. अक्षता इज आस्किंग सर यहाँ पर बोथ ईएसआई एंड एफएम कवर हो जाएगा? हाँ, हो जाएगा, लेकिन बेसिक फाउंडेशन only you will get, but it will also be taking time. It will be time consuming because only Saturday we are taking class, and if you wanted to complete the course earlier, so you better take course because this is a free series we have started, so we are been taking in a only a weekly class we are taking for that, okay. So if you wanted to complete your foundation course, you can take the course and you will get all the videos over there recorded, all the videos will be getting over there, okay, if you wanted to do it at the earliest. Okay, so Nile is saying, sir, I am writing 600 words limit answer, but finished my answer in around 450 words, and I don't want to stretch data for the sake of the word limit. Still, I would get a good marks. Yes, you will get good marks, but only when your answer is to the point, proper points are being covered, proper introduction, conclusion you have done. There should no proper spelling mistakes, everything is there. All the answer should be holistic. आपका आंसर होलिस्टिक होना चाहिए, ओके, होलिस्टिक होना चाहिए. 600 वर्ड्स का आपका एक लिमिट दिया है, 450 टू 500 वर्ड्स में आप उसको एंड कर सकते हो. ओनली that is needed is that whether you have done it properly, precise, whether you have written it properly or not. It is just don't mean that you don't know the information if you are converting that. If you have written the answer and you think that this is necessary, this much is necessary for that question, then you are done, okay, right? Anything else? No, no, we are not preparing the ethics part. Obviously grammar matters, grammar matters, grammar always matters, Because in RBI, whenever you are writing grammar, punctuation, spellings, everything matters. Okay, because you will be typing over there. So all these things matter. Okay, so you're watching the face to videos. What happened? Fine. Anything else? Anybody wanted to discuss? Anybody else who have any query or anything? Okay, guys. So thank you so much for joining the session. I hope I have made myself clear. You all have understood also properly. Okay, so if you like the session, do subscribe, like, and follow. Provide beautiful please provide the beautiful comments from your sides, because I also need some kind of motivation from you guys. So do provide the comments also after the session gets over, so that I may also see what is there that is going on. Okay, so thank you so much. Please take care of yourself. I will be seeing you on Monday again in the 9 a.m. PIB session. Okay, so I'll be seeing you 9 a.m. Okay, so good night, bye bye, take care, and please follow all the COVID-19 protocols, because BK7 variant of the COVID is there. Okay, so bye bye, take care, and I will be seeing you on Monday 9 a.m. Okay, you got the idea. Fine. How to write an answer? Very good. I hope you get. I hope you got a full idea, right? आपको अच्छे से आइडिया मिल गया होगा. Okay, so bye bye, take care, and good night.